Alright, hello there. I know it's been a while since I've recorded anything, but channel no longer dead, and I'm going to be ranking kaiju that are currently in the game, and just giving my overall opinion on how the game is going right now. So, first off, I'm just going to start by ranking all the kaiju. I would say whatever the heck Gigan replacement is, I'm gonna put it in like C tier because it's somewhat hard to hit. It's got a small hurt box, but then it also has pretty bad hit boxes and isn't really good at anything, especially compared to a bunch of the other ones, so C tier is probably about good for it. It isn't really good at anything. It isn't really good at anything. It isn't really good at anything. Male Muto replacement or Camerock or whatever, I feel like it could be a bit better, like B tier. My only issue with it is most of its attacks have a delayed startup, so if it's going up against any other flyer, it's probably going to get dog walked. Megalon's replacement, which I also don't remember the name of. It's got good hitboxes and damage. Honestly, probably B tier. It's not bad, but I don't know. It's just not. It's a jack of all trades, master of none. I don't know how to say the entire name, so I'm just gonna. Actually, I don't know how to say the name at all, so I'm not going to say it whatsoever. I'm just gonna call it Lobster. Lobster is probably C tier as well because it's really just got that first attack spam, but that's not even close to as good as something like Cleric just spamming. Vudon is, I don't know whether to put it in A or S. Regen Potion Vudon, though, probably S, because it can regen its entire HP bar. It's got good damage, good hitboxes, good speed. It's really got no true weaknesses. So yeah, I think S is pretty good. Nutcracker has definitely fallen off just because of the environment, so I'm going to put it in A tier, just because most of the kaiju in the game right now are flyers, and Nutcracker struggles against those. So, normal Cleric. With the right player, it might be able to be A, but overall, I'd just say it's B tier after the nerf, just because it can't dodge nearly as much, it can't spam its attacks nearly as much, and it's just overall. It's a glass cannon, but the cannon element has been slightly removed. Old Blood Cleric, though, is still S tier, just because of the beam. Everything else is nearly the same, since the fire isn't guaranteed anymore. Mothman can probably also go into S, because that third attack, wing clap type attack, is incredibly spammable, and with absorption, its hitbox covers half of Tokyo. And then Scylla's replacement is really, it can spam its weird ice thing that gives slowness, but I don't know, it's still, I'm gonna put it in C tier because it just doesn't excel at anything, and honestly I could even probably put it, well no, I don't think I'd put it in D tier, it's not bad. And then finally, whatever the heck, Titanosaurus replacement, Banana, it can go in A tier. It's got good range, it's got a very spammable beam, but against something like Vudon or Mothman or God forbid, T-Rodan, it's not going to survive very well. Overall, I'd say that this is a pretty solid list. Now, on to my thoughts on the game right now. I would say that overall, they've done a good job with the remodels and reworking them into their own kaiju, but as per usual, there is no sense of balance in the game. If you want to play as poor Gigan replacement, you're going to have a big issue when it comes to facing off against the swarms of T-Rodans. Because, honestly, you could have a tier above S+, and put T-Rodan there, and it would be completely accurate, because nothing in the game can stand up to it. And then the rest of the kaiju are nowhere near as good as T-Rodan. The only thing that could even stand a chance would be Vudon, but without its regen, it stands no chance, just like the rest of them. And now, in terms of land kaiju, the game is really lacking because it only has Nutcracker, which is the best land kaiju, Megalon, this weird crab guy who's fun to play as but not very strong, and Scylla, and Cleric, I guess. But Cleric, honestly, I could even move Cleric down to C tier. It is, without Old Blood, it is not good. So the game is completely dominated by flyers, which is awful for the environment. We really need something along the lines of a G19 to really come in and serve as a good all-around land kaiju. Because currently you have Nutcracker and Titanium. But until they either nerf T-Rodan to bring him down into like S or A tier, or they add more land kaiju and add something along the lines of Batra or Megaguirus to actually kill T-Rodan, the game's not really going to progress, in my opinion. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later.